Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game 3 of this upper bracket final between ECVisualize and Enigma. Last game of this best of 3, of course, 1-1. This time Enigma on the blue side and ECVisualize on the red side. My name is Found Jeeves Petites and I'm here with Gerard Knorr.
Nice, good job, man. And I'm happy to be here for this upper bracket final. It is going to be pretty exciting because we went full steam to the third match, and we're going to see if they're going to change anything up. So let's see how. Oh, so they are going to pick up the silver. It was banned away last game.
Yeah, and Severe also going to be over to the first pick. LeBlanc, Elise, Brom, Carmelis on the grave. So many mid laners gone out of this draft already.
Yeah, and Graves banned away this time because I think we saw him 2 games in a row now for. Was it Norb? No, Norb played Gragas.
Norb played Gragas, but Bruto was playing Graves last game.
Yeah. So he is going to be forced to play something else. So the question is, like, what is he going to pick up? And is Norb going to pick away something that he really wants to play?
Oh, Azir is available. So I do think that the first rotation would be Azir and something like an Echo, preferably, because then you can kind of stack up on those fields, but they actually want to secure the Gragas instead. What do you actually think about this?
I mean, it is quite difficult. Like, you can't play the
I suppose there is some issues on the drafting. Maybe there was some miscommunication where they did want to get the Azir. I do see someone left off Visualize, so and now they have to reorder themselves again, or not. There you go. It doesn't matter. We will fix it. Just have to like hop Zeta from to AD carry mid.
Yeah. Different rotation. It's fine. It's fine. We get that. So I'm kind of curious why they left that one.
Yeah, maybe though they wanted to get that quick adjustment. At least they do pick up like the same band, same pick, of course. But it was going to be that makes a lot more sense. Just taking away that Azir first rotation. I don't think there was not much need in order for the Gragas to secure, but at least, of course, Gragas being somewhat effective onto the Azir, where you can still have some disengage, where you can still pop him over the wall somehow. But Gragas Azir is just so much disengage already.
Yeah, and like the performance that Norb put out last game, he carried, well, I kind of want to say he carried ECV in the later stage of the game. Like 2 excellent ultimates, zoning out players from Enigma and making sure that they pick up the team fight afterwards. So pretty good performance, but Bruder going back to that Nidalee here.
And I really like Nidalee overall into Azir. Can have quite some gank pressure early on, and also you still have some type of siege, even on the disengage, and you can still easily get onto an Azir in such fight with the Nidalee, Maokai flanks being there available too. So I don't know, like Nidalee is such a dominant pick still, even with the change coming of course to her passive where she doesn't root anymore on the camps, but she still does slightly more damage on the pounds before, or more than before that change. So technically her clearing could be a bit faster. And I've not seen Nor pick it up yet.
No, I haven't, but I mean, the Nidalee has, she has kind of disappeared, but still, every time she does get some play, it's still as strong as it was before. However, I kind of feel like if you pick up the Nidalee, it's like people tend to pick the Nidalee and then they go for like the full poke comp, and they just show pretty early that they want to go in that direction. So I hope that Enigma has something else up their sleeves here.
They decided to go for Echo Trundle, not quite sure. Trundle might be a little bit overkill when it comes to that terrain control, because you already have the Azir ult, of course, to disengage with. And most of the times you do see that Alistair being combined with the Azir just to get the team fighting down. Just have the disengage, then maybe have a re-engage, or just have like some type of team fighting pure. But instead they want the Trundle for the Maokai, make him not tanky at all, but Varus Thresh.
So it is going to be a bit of a poke comp with the Varus in there. But the Thresh is quite interesting. Like, Force is like, okay, Night Sniper, I know you like to play Thresh. It is one of your main picks, and I'm going to show you how to do it better. Because he's going to play it against that Trundle. So the last pick remaining is actually going to be the AD carry, which is unusual. Usually see like a mid laner or top laner to save for the last pick, but Jhin is a possibility, but I wouldn't advise it because he is so immobile, and against the threats in the lane matchup, it's going to be quite difficult to juke around the hooks and the flays.
Lucian would kind of be the go-to pick here still, because you just want like a solid AD carry that can put that damage down and will still be safe and can kite really effectively. Where Jhin deals a lot of damage, but they actually decide to go for that Jhin. But considering the flank power that that not ECVisualize, the Enigma can have.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of disengage on the side of ECV as well, so maybe they trust in the power of Norb and Defrip to disengage and peel with Night Snap, of course, on the Trundle, able to peel as well. So
indeed, how they could do it as well is where you can keep the Azir and the Trundle terrain control, so indeed like the wall and the pillar, and then have the parallel convergence from the Echo, so the big AoE slow that could also be stun on top of Sliver. So that at least whenever Sliver does get engaged on or gets flanked on, that Echo can still peel somewhat, where you have to disengage from the Gregors, Azir, or whoever is going to disengage in that fight, in order to just like turn it around.
Yeah, however, I'd have to say that that's not really the way we have seen Zeta playing. He's like the guy that goes 1v3 in the backline, trying to pick up some kills here and there onto the carries. So it would be an efficient way to play it, but we'll have to see how they play it out here. We are, of course, into the 3-minute delay. So another Varus coming in here today. We have seen one, and that was a pretty strong performance. I think there was Enigma as well. I have to think.
Sorry, which pick?
No, the Varus pick.
Oh, the Varus pick. I think, indeed,
I think there was Enigma against Assyrion.
Assyrion, yes.
Yeah, and they performed so strong. It was ridiculous. Like, they waited until they had like a couple damage items into his pockets, and then they just started to push. Just every time, try to land a couple of arrows and just get the turret afterwards. Because of course they have like the double AD, the speed up on the Maokai. They can do a little bit of poke, do a little bit of disengage and engaging, so it's going to be pretty interesting in this one. And yeah, it's just going to be a question of who gets what lane rolling first, because that's going to be pretty important, I think.
Yeah, it is 1-1 between ECVisualize and Enigma. The winner takes the first seat in the grand final with a 1-0 up in the best of 5. So who will win this one? You'll only know by time, so make sure to grab your drinks, grab your snacks, just be prepared for this game. We're going to be a little bit of a music break just to wait out the spectator delay, and we will see you right after that break.
The fire will burn and never die, looking through the eyes of a brand new life, and so just find me, sparks will fly. If we scream no, this is not how we're gonna go. We are the ones who will never let go. Just watch us run to where no one knows. We'll never
Welcome back, everyone. This is the final game of the upper bracket final here at a SugarLAN, a 10th anniversary, the Razer League of Legends competition between Enigma on the blue side and ECVisualize on the red side.
Very exciting match here, and they are going to go for the 5-man stack out of ECVisualize. Want to get some vision control. They might find a wild Civi here.
Oh, they do spot out the team of ECVisualize, however. Let me pop up the names for you again. For some reason, that just disappears every single time we go into spectator mode. You have the chat window, and I have the summon names.
I was going to say, my chat window is actually fine this time, so it's not, I don't know. Maybe it's that PC. That PC is just weird.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Maybe it is. It's cursed.
So it's actually the first time that we see a team once again go for the 5-man invade and get full-on vision control to get some information on where each lane is going. So I don't know if they want to use that to swap or anything, but if they would, they're gonna be a bit late. So looks like that ain't gonna happen. Zether is gonna go back to base and walk through that top lane. So.
I think this is ECVisualize wanting to secure that that 2v2. Just because they do want the laning phase. Jhin laning phase, of course, is really strong overall, and Norb can actually get really good ganks down on the mid lane because it is a Varus classic counter towards the Azir, but Varus is also very immobile. So just a one body slam can pretty much seal the deal.
Yeah. But the thing is now, the bottom lane from ECV had to help Norb on his first camp. So advantage going to Enigma because they were able to pick up that camp. So they'll have the early level 2 if they play it right.
And welcome back to the top lane where no one dies, but a lot of trades will happen. Of course, the Maokai Echo matchup again. Maokai indeed again. I love this kid. It's so good. But this is a repeatance of last time, where Zeta did play that Echo into the Maokai in game 1. That didn't really go into that much of a favor for Zeta, as you can see. Just Maokai just being that early bully that he is in that lane.
And no real advantage was gained from the Enigma bot lane from that level 2. This is going to be quite difficult to get a position because Trundle is going to use his pillar to keep you off of the Jhin. So it's going to be up to Fortunate to work his way around it and try to land a hook.
Where you can see the Nidalee power pick as well. Already finished the complete jungle just in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. That's the Nidalee power for you.
Yeah.
This already shows that Bruder knows how to clear with Nidalee, because it's actually quite hard to do such a quick full clear, but you can already see the difference from these two different types of dunks, where Gragas has a little bit more issues in clearing early on, but does get quite good clearing as soon as he gets that runic echoes. Some bit of invading, just visiting the enemy jungle, finds himself a Gromp, so he will happily take that one away. Quite some vision in the top lane too. Want to make sure that Zeta is fine for the meantime in the top lane. Doubt that we will see a gank happening in that bot side, and I actually expect most of the action will be in the mid lane.
I mean, they are looking for it, and actually Bruder is coming up behind him, but Deathtrap gonna go for the easy dash away. It's gonna be pretty fine here. So yeah, Bruder is gonna go for that early invade, but he just found like one cap and got some walls down, so a little bit of a profit gain there, but not too much.
Of course, Azir pretty easy to gank for a Nidalee, because Azir is really squishy overall, and you can cut him off really easily for him not to be able to dash away, because you pounce on top of him, which, like, if you aim it well, then it's like slightly behind him, so he can actually not escape. Nice sniper with the classic troll dance. He really likes to do that on the traditional Trundle. I miss traditional Trundle though.
I actually bought the champion just to get that skin.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss old Trundle so much.
I don't.
loved it. No, you don't?
No, I don't. No. I mean, the new one is pretty fun and interesting. It's good to see champions that are able to be used in flex positions, Because I like that for the pick and ban phase. Like, you can do a lot of versatile things with the Trundle, with like a champion like Lulu as well. Although she has fallen off a bit. As we see a pick maybe here onto Tiger Head, but he spell shield to block that. Oh,
Nice Sniper just attempting to acquire dominance in the lane, just showing who the big boss is, just biting the enemy. He's not even playing mean, just biting. Oh, Nob gets followed out by Bruder. Bruder dealing a lot of damage. Has to flash away. Deathrop is there to return a bit of damage, but just an early flash being burned for Norb, and maybe Bruder will like to use that in the counter juggling.
yeah, because I mean, Italy going for another camp here, yeah. But now Norb gotten rid of his flash. I mean, he wants to use that flash in a fight. He wants to go for the flashy body slam. Flashy. Jeez, what am I doing? Oh my god. I wants to go for the flash body slam.
Body slams, yes, yes, yeah. We got it, we got it.
I'm so sad right now. Like, I said it and I realized, it's like, oh, come on, what am I doing here? So, but there we have, Fortunate going for the flash play onto Night Sniper, and he is forced to flash away himself, but is gonna get away here.
Just
Oh no!
Ocean heal and the ult. No, actually, he doesn't have quite ultimate yet. He's still level 5, but he did manage to heal a lot during that Vice. Just also, of course, thanks to the heal of the Sliver, so he gets away. But Bruder already having so much pressure in this game.
Yeah, but that was mostly Fortunate going for the flashy play there, doing a lot of work, but they didn't manage to get a kill out of it. So still nil here in this final match between these two titans. Only a couple hundred gold between them, of course. We see, I mean, the CS is equal overall, so if you want to have a close game, I think this is going to be it right now.
Like he is as well. Not everything is on the line yet. It's only upper bracket finals, but still, people do want to show who is the better team, who can get that first seed, and also being 1-0 up in a best of 5 gives you such a great advantage. Vice now invading into the enemy jungle. They want to get that warding down. And Dragons, I feel like Dragons will be quite important.
Yeah, they want to get the scaling. They want to get, I mean, they definitely want to get the level 2 turret burn because it helps them in the sieging capabilities and the movement speed as well. With the Sivir, stacks up quite nicely. So the Dragons, I mean, even the early ones are kind of important for them in the mid game of this final here. We see Norb being a bit cheeky, trying to go for that invade. Being spotted. Fortunate, trying to go for a hook, but you know,
only found the little
yeah.
camp minion in that hook. Did not quite get the red buff steal there, but they're just trading red buffs right now. We see a lot of deep vision from both teams. You have to say, ECVisualize has a lot more of that vision. Where just 2 wards for Enigma. So what would you expect, and why are the teams getting such deep vision?
Well, of course they want to know where the jungle is at all times, and oh wait, actually, you see ECV already is going for that dragon, and there is no vision at all, I do believe, out of this side of Enigma. So they're going to get that one for free. So, like you said, they want to get dragon control, and they do so quite nicely here, pretty early. But yeah, I mean, these junglers are pretty mobile. Nilly especially is pretty quick on her feet, or on her paws if you want to if you want to go for the champion. There. So it's just to keep track of the jungler and make sure that you don't get a risky gank, because the mid lanes are a bit immobile, so you want to keep them safe. And Nidalee running around again into the jungle of Norb there.
A lot of pings coming down onto Bruder as well from ECVisualize, so they're really emphasizing that information. They want to know where he is. They do not want him to get ahead on this Nidalee. They do not get Nidalee kills so that Norb cannot get anywhere, because you saw in previous game, Norb can have tasks. He can isolate targets for them to blow up, and I think that's definitely what they are trying to do with Echo Azir. Probably the Jhin too. Does take a little bit longer. It's kind of sustained DPS, but we will see how the sketches will go on. Now, finding himself in the bottom lane, they go for the dive. There is the Pillar of Filth. Teleport comes down. no snare from Sliver, but the teleport does come through from Zedder, who barely missing there. But Zedder actually go for the full channel on the teleport.
Did not cancel it. Maybe he thought that they could catch out Bruder because he didn't catch that Lantern, so he was a bit of an awkward position, but gets out safely. And now Norb is on his lonesome self in the top lane. Another hook missing there. Fortunate. But yeah, because Zedder was teleporting to that. He did. I mean, he did pressure out Bippo in time, so not much was lost in the top lane. Yeah, teleport advantage now going to Enigma, so maybe they can make a nice move here pretty soon. Norb clearing out the pink wards. That river, so...
Finds another one. Oh, yeah, there it is, there it is. Finding himself the pink ward, the pink ward treasure.
Actually giving it away to Deathrip for the extra 30 gold.
I think it's always nice to give it to your carries, because it does help them a bit better when it comes to that gold lead. Of course, they kind of need the items in order to acquire dominance. But I do have to point this out though, because like I always have this discussion with Sliver about Jhin taking the traps, his E early levels, because the main or the trendy thing to do, and I think it's also the more superior way to do it, is where you completely ignore the leveling of the captive audience, since it only gives like a 30% slow. Damage is not guaranteed at all, and where with the damage out of power spikes, how they work on Jhin, it is actually more favorable to actually skip out on that. Top lanes that of course taking, well, maybe not of course, but at least taking quite some damage onto this Echo. We did see Bruder there. Knight though.
Yeah.
He's actually not having that easy of a time, where Varus normally is supposed to be a counter pick onto the Azir.
Yeah, he's definitely not having a fun lane at all. Of course, he does have the tier of the goddess. It did buy a null magic mantle to negate some of the damage coming out of Deathrip, but he's definitely not having a fun lane. Actually, going for the Hex Drinker pretty early there. He's gonna need that if he gets a gank in there from Norb, so he can block some of the magic damage. But yeah, he's having a bit of a tough time keeping up with the CS though, so that's a plus. And Deathrip gonna push that lane out, gonna go back to base and get some items for himself as well.
He even used his ultimate to go back to lane in order to get the minions. That was impressive. It was quick on his fingers. Quickly get the shop, do it as fast as possible, and then ult back to your lane.
Yeah, you don't really see that too often being used, but you know, it's pretty fancy.
Pretty fancy lead. Also has now an item lead, which is really nice to see. So maybe he can put that to use in this 2v might be coming up, but I'm not quite sure if ECVisualize is prepared for this lane. At least the ward has been dropped. Ooh. Chain of Corruption actually being used by Knight.
Yeah.
Sadly did not connect. It was quite, I don't want to say risky, but impulsive. Overall, just desperately looking for that pick onto Night Sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, there is the engage, and it is Knight being all alone in this lane. Hexdrinker pops, but it will not be enough. Current Call comes down. Can he get the kill? No, it will be no. Taking the first blood, but first blood going to ECVisualize in this game 3 of this best of 3.
It was bound to happen at some point. I mean, we're 40 minutes into the game and only first blood just now happened. And we see Bippo and Zedder going at it again here in the top lane, actually. But yeah, I mean, Knights, he held out pretty long because of that Hack Drinker mostly. But now they are going to lose this mid lane turret by the looks of it. And they might actually catch a wild cat here, but Bruder manages to jump away just in time. Task helping him out a little bit there, but you know.
Well, Bruder did flash the explosive cast though, because the explosive cast came on top of the lantern just to deny that lantern take from Bruder, but Bruder was smart enough to just flash away from that because he just couldn't risk it. So it's really smart that he has foreseen that.
Timing as well.
There's the Oracle now, or the sweeping lens. I mean, it's just like the standard sweeping lens, but it does show the
traps.
Yeah, but also
Sort of.
the abstraction of the champions that are hidden in the brush. So it's actually a great tool to face check. So Bruder knew that information, Gragas was in there, so nice scouting, and also did not fall for it directly.
So
Enigma just pushing out, not too much take as of now. Dragon is up though, Rift Herald is up now too. Tiger's Head just feeling that bite from Night Sniper. So mean actually, biting people.
I mean, that's one of the upsides, of course, of having the Thresh against the Trundle. If you get pillared, oh, actually, he needs to use his ultimate there to get out of whack from...
Oh, Bruder does get the pounce, and Night Sniper flashing away. Also the heal burn from Slither. So two summoners now in this bottom lane. Bruder, he's not quite
Knight
done
is
yet.
going to get killed again in the mid lane, actually.
Wow, explosive casting into the zero. Great play again, and this is what you can do onto the Varus in this Azir Varus matchup. Of course, Varus being an immobile champion, or low mobile champion, because he does move still, so take it easy. Oh wow. But
He doesn't need a wheelchair
just,
or anything.
Yeah, you can just go for the Shurima shuffle, as the cool kids call it. Let's get that Varus right into your side of the lane. Get Gragas on top of that, and easy peasy kill. They actually managed to get the inner turret of that mid lane. This opens up a lot.
Oh man, don't die on me, Jeeves. We need you for tomorrow, man. But yeah,
Oh,
what you were gonna say is that
that
opens
was-
up the map. I
yeah,
think.
it does open up the map indeed. Yeah, I kind of choked on my own saliva. This is maybe not that nice of a detail, but no clue how that worked.
Bruder barely hitting the javelin onto Zeta. Was pretty close there. So it does look like Enigma is going to rotate a bit. They want to get some more pressure onto the top lane because, yeah, they lost 2 towers here in the middle. So that's going to put Knights at even more risk from either a gank from Bruder or... a gank from North, or just a straight-on kill from Deathgrip, because he is 1-0-1 right now, has a small lead, and he might just put the pain down onto Knight here. Knight snipe. Gee, it's gonna get terrible.
Three men in this top lane now. They go for the push. Dragon being taken for ECVisualize. So two. Oh no wait. Oh, it's only the first dragon. I actually thought we were already on. Oh no wait. They're still taking the dragon. Oh, sorry, surprised. Like wait, I swear there were 2 dragons, but they didn't finish it off yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, two dragon slayer stacks. So extra burn on turrets. This will be really huge. Rift Herald. Like at this point, they only got that 1 turret. So I think ECVisualize is completely fine with this.
Yeah. No problem at all. Just an equalization of turrets here by Enigma. So gold is only 1,000 between the 2 of them. But yeah, ECV stacking up on those dragons. And I wonder if and when Enigma are gonna try and challenge them for the dragon.
Oh, not anytime soon because we have to wait for that respawn.
Obviously. Obviously.
But
Come
maybe,
on, man.
But
Mercy.
I'm just giving the act for detail. Don't worry. It's no flame. No flame.
Fine.
But indeed, Baron being spawning soon, of course, at the 20-minute mark, and Azir can take the Baron pretty quickly. So maybe we see some early Baron contesting as well from either of these teams. Say though, Enigma again, really keen on that vision.
And I have to say, Knights is putting the hurt down with his piercing arrows already onto Deathgrip. As you can see, is only 1/3 of his HP remaining. He has the blue buff available, so he's going to try and poke as much as possible. But there we see the wave clear.
Sorry, what did you say? Lack of wave clear?
No.
I'm on it. No.
Okay.
Just describing the scenario. No, don't worry.
Okay. I was like, did you misheard me? Or like, what the hell? Okay, good.
No,
good.
I was just making a sketch, you know?
Good.
Like as comedians call it, like, wait, what? No wave clear? No, don't worry, I got this. Oh, even curtain call. Everything being blown there. Jordan Pillar comes out too. Fortunately, taking quite a beating. Spell Shield will not block one of those shots. That's meanwhile in that top lane, dealing with that push, and it will actually be Zenda taking a turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah. So he's been left by his lonesome self while I mean, he's having confidence in his team. Oh, Norb is called out by Bwipo there.
Really good flash. There's a Shrima shuffle, but it will not take anything. Also not actually executing Night Sniper. Not quite sure what happened there, but I would suppose it was a great snipe. So this is ECVisualize getting caught off guard, not respecting the engage potential, the flank potential from Bwipo. So Norb goes down, Night Sniper goes down, and also the outer mid turret goes down.
Gonna take a quick peek at what happened to Night Sniper. Okay, he wanted to respond to Norb getting caught, but then Varus used his chain of corruption to pick him off and get another kill on him there. So
basically taking the wrong turn. Was a dead end.
Yeah, there we go.
If you get tired, you're trying to look more for the punts. I think that's quite a reoccurring thing when it comes to shoutcasting. But as soon as you start to get tired, you get this really awkward humor, and majority are punts.
Yeah. It's like the caster curse.
Caster curse. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
I quite like it, honestly.
Can be fun at times, but also annoying.
No, it's just a part of the fun of casting games, I guess.
When in this top lane,
Bwipo
does not get stunned up by the parallel convergence, does get rooted up by the Jin though. So that is a catch. Pillar comes down, Trundle ult on him as well, if I'm not mistaken, but Slider gets completely deleted by Bruder. Great snipe on that Javelin, and this is that power of the Nidalee onto your backline. Now can they salvage anything out of this fight? Reaper not dying at all, Norb dropping low. There is Tigers with the severe ultimate. Deathrip, however, cannot salvage anything or help his team from this. Zeta.
Oh, Night Sniper's gonna get caught as well.
Indeed, there he goes, 3 for 0.
Strong mid-game showing, and once again, Bruder's just doing so much damage, man. He bursted Norb down pretty quick. Oh, he bursted Sliver down pretty quickly. Actually, was the first ones to die there. And they are gonna go for this Baron, going for the power move here. However,
they have to stop this. They have to stop this somehow. There is the cleanse on the hook. Really, really good move. Zeta in the Baron pit. Can he clean this up? Nidalee will still take the Baron. Reaper dropping really low from that curtain call. Can they finish him off? No, wow, that heal is so big from the Nidalee. And this is that farm Nidalee, such a power farm. Got a couple kills. Rileys on top of that runic echoes. Just so much flat damage and also the flat healing.
And just excellent decision making. Like, now they take good advantage of a good pick they made. Like, they get the Baron, and now they can go for the power move. They have the long range poke. Varus has completed the Human's Ghostblade. No man immune just yet, but he should be on his way to stacking the tier. Let's see, he's at 200 off, so still a bit bits away there, but still, like, with the Baron buff coming in here, it's gonna get a little bit nerve-wracking if we ECVisualize. However, Dragon coming up, they want to keep on stacking that one, so are Enigma gonna contest it? Knight is at his blue buff though, so it will be a 5v4 if they're gonna take the fight right away here.
They have that information is the question. Seem like it, so they do not force any type of engage. Oh, there is just off onto Norb. Norb dropping really low. There is the hook. Can we get the disengage from the Emperor's Divide? No, it's not there yet. Just there for the damage. Ruder dropping really, really low, but it's still only 1 kill onto Norb. Sliver had to go back. Great hook from Fortunate. No. They delete Sliver from the map, and Zeta is going to be the next one, or will he actually escape from this one? Night Sniper trying to run away. Let's get the safety, but a really, really poor fight from ECVisualize.
Yeah, now we're gonna see the Baron play into action. Nobody here to defend this mid lane, so they're gonna get at least one turret. They're gonna most likely get the inhibitor turret as well afterwards, and it's still 10 seconds remaining on the members from ECVisualize. Miners have died off though, so they might want to look for a pick here.
Oh, they could kill this after the parallel conversion comes out. Does stun 3 people, but the turret already goes down. There's a great javelin from max range. It is ECVisualize still wanting to fight this one. People are respawning. Great route onto Repo, but can he get the caterpillar convergence? Zeta though does get CC chained, so he will not be able to ult and rewind time in order to save his life. So 1 kill being picked up again by Enigma. At least they do delay the inhibitor though.
I mean, they denied the inhibitor pickup here, so that's at least an upside, but they give another bit of gold here to the team of Enigma. 3-0 and 5 for both Bruder and Tiger's Head, and yeah, it's not really the targets you want to get some kills on here.
ECVisualize not being able to find isolation targets, because you have the Gregs, you have the Zig, you want to disengage from Sliver, because if they get on Sliver, they lose this fight. Second time this happened, that Sliver just gets deleted off of the map because of one of the CCs.
Yeah, I mean, Norb getting picked up so early, he tried to disengage, but it was far too late, because he got CC chained so long that he couldn't cast his cask in time to disengage there. And yeah, in the end, that just meant that Enigma had free reign in that team fight, and not gonna go roam to the top lane. Baron buff is gone, of course, so they won't be able to utilize that in their advantage, and instead they're trying to clear the wave there, but I do not advise in defending this secondary turret. They might just want to give it up straight away, because it's so difficult for them. Spears and javelins being thrown left and right.
And this is why they banned Braum, I suppose, because Braum would have been able to at least intercept some of that poke and siege. Was being banned away. You only have Trundle in order to kind of see if you can catch the pokers. Oh, Curtain Call actually comes out. Looks like they want to fight here. Repo gets the body slam. It is Repo though, the most tanky target. Norb does get CC'd again, drops really low, and is dead. Knight takes that first kill. Zeta goes for the rewind time. Great Emperor's Divide as well in order to disengage from this. Now Cyber flashes away, but the red buff is enough to take him down. So it will be a 1-for-2 trade in favor of Enigma, and they probably can push this further. Oh, Bruder does not find the javelin, but ECVisualize, what can they do?
Not really that much. And Bruder, I mean, you kind of want to expect them to go for the... okay, they are going to rotate right now. I was going to wonder, like, why would you go for that top turret if you can take in the open, inhib right here and just rotate later on? But yeah, ECV just missing every team fight. Like, they use the Curtain Call as an opening move there, but that just means that Sliver is going to be out of the fight for quite a while, because he was far off from his team, so he was not able to do a lot of damage right there, because Bwipo just took the brunt of the Curtain Call. Just another excellent team fight out of Enigma.
You can already start feeling ECVisualize like regretting that Jhin pick a little bit, because I think Lucian would have just been so better, honestly. Because you can see, like, every time if Sliver is in the backline and he does get picked off, the fight is over. Same goes for Norb. He is not strong enough for front line. He's only sitting on that Spirit's Cow and the Renderman's Omen on top of that Runic Echoes. And Zeta, he kind of needs to follow up some type of engage.
There's also, I mean, there's not a lot of crowd control on the team of ECVisualize in sorts of to engage with it. I mean, they have a lot of disengage abilities, but other than that, it's like they have the body slam, and they have like Sliver's Jhin snare every now and then, and Echo Stun, which is a bit unreliable, and you need to have a good timing to get that one to connect on multiple champions. But other than that, it's pretty hard for them to find good picks here. So all they do is they try to disengage with Gragas, with the Azir, but it's not really that effective so far, and it seems like the game is getting out of hands for them, and Baron is going to respawn in 25 seconds. They have Supermains pushing in that mid lane, and they're going to pick up that turret here as well, so there you go, they're going to rotate. ECVisualize is aware though. They have to clear out wards pretty quickly here if they want to get some control back of the Baron pit. Otherwise, they're going to give away a free Baron.
So what is ECVisualize hoping for? Like, are they hoping for a Baron steal, or do they just need to engage somehow, get a pick?
I mean, they can kind of look, they can lock Enigma up into that pit and try to get some damage down from long range. But it doesn't seem like Enigma is too eager to start the Baron. They do realize, like, okay, we can just wait it out, wait for the super minions to push up. And ECVisualize, they have to respond to their Nexus being under threat. And that's the call for Enigma to go for the Baron. And now Sliver needs to get there right on time. Death Rip is also pretty far off still, so they want to go for the fight, but it's still wary. And is that
gets James CC'd. Can he get the time around? Yes, he can. Nob dropping low again, though. They do get the Emperor's Divide, but they cannot fully disengage from this fight.
Tigers.
And that last auto still coming through, taking down Nob. So this means Jungler is out. They can go for this Baron.
Yeah, I mean, you just see, like, they have to disengage. There's not really anything they can do in the fight, a team fight. And Sliver, sorry, is, I don't know, we just don't see him really doing that much during these team fights.
Can't get close. He just cannot get close. He's Jin, like, and you want to be able to get close, but there's not enough peel in order for him to be safe, because they want to get onto him. And if anyone gets onto him, the instant that anyone gets onto him, he's gone. He's just gone out of the fight, so he has to stay in range. Where Lucian, of course, you have so much positioning tools where you can get a lot of auto DPS down, you can dash away from here and there, and I think it's also easy to visualize.
Ooh,
that was super close. Only missed by just like literally a hair.
Getting away by the skin of his teeth, and now it is Enigma putting the herd down onto the bottom lane. They have a wave coming in here. Of course, they have the Baron buff, so yeah, ECV is just gonna let this one go. They still have a good minion wave sitting in mid lane, and they have some time, but they have to go for the fight pretty quickly. They can't give Enigma a foothold here on the bottom lane.
At least they do delay it by a bit with that parallel convergence. At least they got that as a type of zoning tool next to the, but you don't really have any type either. You can only catch them off, and in this position it's so hard to catch them off because they do not mind fighting in range. Great
the hook and
Nob. Those get to advance as well. Those manage to survive though. Exhaust is on Tiger's head. But Knight, showing who the real Knight Sniper is in this game. Zeta gets hooked up, goes for the time rewind, but how long will it be until his death? Actually managed to run away, but it's one pickup onto Death Rip. They're going for the straight Nexus turret. Can they get more out of this? Can they end the game here? Nob gets hooked up. Teleport coming in from Zeta in order to see if they can save this Nexus. No, he cannot. He dies in the process. Nexus turret 2 being down. Oh, the inhibitor respawn. They have to kill the inhibitor first. Curtain call coming down. But how can they actually do this?
Yeah,
it's
they should be able to.
They should be able to do this. Yes, Nexus itself is going down, and this is the first time ECVisual actually gets beaten by a team in the Benelux scene.
Massive upset here, and a cheer there for Enigma taking up this win, and now they are going to be in the finals tomorrow. They're going to have the night off. They're going to be relaxed, take a step back, like, okay, we are in the finals, we still have another match to go tomorrow, but good job to them taking this game, and quite convincingly as well, actually.
It was at the start it was looking quite shaky for them, because of course they were a bit behind. The more kills were on the side of ECVisualize, but ECVisualize, they had one really good fight, but then they never managed to. They just got outpicked. The great thresh hooks as well from Fortune in order to pick off the targets, but the long range just couldn't. They didn't have any type of direct hard engage. They couldn't get the flanks down. There's no teleport on Nazir. There is no possible good flank from Echo in order to get the multiple men stun down. And every time Sliver was alone, he just got popped instantly.
Yeah. Just nothing really he could do during any of the team fights. And generally just Nob trying to set something up, but he just got hooked and CC chained and whatever. He couldn't do anything at all. Just gets picked off every time and just setting Enigma up for a solid team fight. So, geez, yeah, a bit unexpected to see one of the favorites for this tournament being eliminated in this upper bracket final.
But that does give us quite some excitement though. Like, ECVisual was so dominant over the course, and maybe this is the coach coming in where they indeed have more improvement over time, where they can directly work on on their floors, and it definitely shines. And I think it's also ECVisualize going for kind of the rookie traps, that tunneling on like Gregor's pick, for example, but it could have taken away the Nidalee from Ruder. Of course, Elise was on the board as well, could have also been a pick there, but I think it was actually banned.
Yeah, Elise was banned away. Yeah.
And then, okay, then you can contest the Nidalee, but Norb not going for Nidalee, goes for the first rotation Gregors instead. They already have the Azir. Yeah, okay, the disengage will be super, super good with Gregor's Azir, but what are you going to disengage? The poke. How are you going to disengage from poke?
Yeah, and then in one of the later rotations, they took Trundle as well, so another displacement tool and no ways to go for a fight like an Alistar or maybe even the Thresh.
Overkill on that terrain control, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where Alistair could have been way better because he has team fight utility, where Trundle only gets the tank as an anti-tank and then kind of just runs and wiggles around, can have a couple pillars. But you already have the terrain control with the Azir. You already have some terrain control, or at least zone control with the Echo, where you can have the AoE stun. And in my opinion, the Lucian would have done the deal.
Yeah.
Because then Sliver can just kite the fights, and you need to kite the fights against such a team comp. You just cannot. It was also last pick. It is so bull.
Yeah. Oh well.
Really made me sad. Anyway, I think we've said everything we wanted to. So it's going to be Enigma going to the first seed in the grand final, 1-0 up in the best of 5. So this will give them a great advantage. Now the question is, can ECVisualize actually crawl back up from the loser brackets, or the lower brackets I should actually say, back to the grand finals, and then they have to win 3 games straight in order to win that, where Enigma only needs 2. So maybe we see that clash again. But we will find out later tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it tomorrow? Double checking with crew is... Lower bracket is today?
Yeah, finals tomorrow.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, we still don't know. Well, we will keep you up to date. Otherwise, if this is the last match that you will have seen from us... Oh, it's not the last match that you have seen... Oh, okay, so... It is the case that lower bracket is today, so we will be coming up with another match. So... We will know who will actually get into the grand final tomorrow. So a quick shout out to the sponsors of this tournament, of course, Razer, organizing or making this tournament happen for the League of Legends. Also some prize pool, some hardware on the prize pool.
Yeah.
Of course, Azo for helping us out on being able to custom these beautiful monitors. Also having great mints. I actually don't know why they have mints, but they're pretty good. They're surprisingly good. And then, of course, Speed Seats for giving us comfy seats also for the LAN itself. And make sure to check us out on the interwebs, GamersHub EU TV on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everything GamersHub EU. My handle is @JeevesLOL, and for Kronos, that is... If you use Twitter at all.
@Kronos_LOL.
Maybe you have a Facebook page?
No, dude. I only have my personal Facebook page, so never mind even on that one.
No. We're not going to use that. Anyway, we'll be right back with more games on the lower bracket, and we will see you soon after the break.